everyone, this is WACEO Organization, and this presentation discusses Mantra DAO coverage. Mantra DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization built on parity substrate for the Polkadot ecosystem, focusing on staking, lending, and governance. Mantra DAO provides DeFi services. DeFi stands for Decentralized Finance and is a type of computerized monetary system built on public blockchain with the intention of transforming financial products into secure and transparent transactions without the intervention of intermediaries who could create disharmony. DeFi allows users to create new ways to produce money and increase their investments. The users can stake POS and DPoS, earning rewards in OM token. OM token holders have the complete control over the Mantra DAO through the system of vote. Through its native token, users can obtain exclusive voting rights on important protocol decisions. The token is a virtual token whose value is issued by an organization and is the representation of a digital asset value expressed in units. Each user has staked or lent their digital assets by depositing them in smart contracts on the Mantra DAO platform. These assets are pooled and can be lent to other users to provide the platform's lending service. When users are staking, making capital available, they receive an interest fee and exchange their tokens. Mantra DAO supports Karma Protocol, a reputation mechanism that aims to reward users for their contributions to the ecosystem. Users gain karma if they support the ecosystem by applying for or repaying loans, sending and voting for proposals, inviting friends to help grow the community, or participating in the Mantra Pool saving game. Mantra has in fact developed a saving game not only to encourage participation but also to provide users with the opportunity to share Mantra DAO participation prizes. Mantra DAO headquarter location is set in Victoria, Seychelles, Africa. It is a registered foundation established as a separate legal entity. Mantra DAO is ruled under the Seychelles Foundations Act 2009 as amended by the Foundations Amendment Act 2011 as well as under African law. WACEO completes light audits on some legal and regulatory risks that Mantra DAO can face. WACEO is establishing a non-profit association to build a trusted environment where compliance-seeking DAOs can interact with competent service providers to support them with the novel legal and regulatory challenges that DAOs face. The light audits will give a basis for DAOs to clarify the risks that they can find and to give some solutions to solve them. We have applicable laws. Territorial principle is the right of a state to exercise its jurisdiction on its territory. Active personality principle, wherein the right of a state to exercise jurisdiction over their own citizen. And passive personality principle, wherein there is the right of a state to exercise jurisdiction over a person harming one citizen. As a foundation under Seychelles regulation, it is ruled under African law. In the terms and conditions, we can also notice that they are ruled by the laws of Singapore. Mantra DAO is a foundation. There is a corporate entity who is responsible for administering the foundation. Due to the fact that it is a Seychelles foundation, the charter must include the names and addresses of each founder of the foundation and details of its initial assets, as well as the name and address of the mandatory registered agent. Its initial assets shall be managed by the advisors of the foundation on behalf of its beneficiaries, who shall administer them in accordance with its purpose as specified in the terms of its articles of incorporation and regulations. By becoming a member of this association, one acquires the status of beneficiary. Seychelles foundations are provided for under the Seychelles Foundations Act 2009 as amended by the Foundations Amendment Act 2011. In the event of a dispute with one or more users of the services other than Mantra DAO, you agree that none of Mantra DAO's affiliates, subsidiaries, or service providers, nor any of the Mantra DAO's officers shall be liable for any claims, demands, and damages of any kind or nature whatsoever arising out of or in any way connected with such disputes. Jurisdiction. The terms and conditions are governed by the laws of Singapore and subject to the non-exclusive jurisdiction of the courts of the Republic of Singapore for any cause of action. If the dispute cannot be resolved, it shall be finally settled by arbitration under the arbitration rules of the Singapore International Arbitration Center. Such tribunal shall consist of 3 arbitrators. The place and venue of the arbitration shall be in Singapore. The language to be used in the arbitration proceedings shall be English. Investment law. Seychelles has modern and competitive financial services, attractive trading conditions, and fiber optic connectivity. The legal regime for cryptocurrency regulation is still underdeveloped and ICOs are not specifically regulated. The circumstance, however, of being equipped with fiber optics and very fast connections make them considered the ideal place for virtual asset companies and those operating in the fintech sector and trading on capital markets. Innovative electronic trading platforms facilitate online trading in real time, allowing investors to quickly track their investment strategies on currency exchanges and capital markets, while also offering a cost-effective and sophisticated alternative to traditional asset managers. Thus, cryptocurrencies are not treated as a currency and therefore are not a form of payment offered by financial institutions licensed or regulated by the Central Bank of Seychelles. In Singapore, authorities have issued a warning to users potentially interested in investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The chairman of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, Tharman Shanmugaratnam, stated that their value is not linked to any underlying fundamentals, thus urging retail investors to stay away from them. The warning comes shortly after a user managed to create an account on BitClout in the name of Lee Hsien Loong, Prime Minister of Singapore. Shanmugaratnam added that MAS will continue to closely monitor developments in cryptocurrency and will seek to maintain the regulatory pace as technological advances continue. Tax law. The Seychelles Islands are known worldwide for their tax advantages. Corporate income tax in Seychelles is regulated by the Business Act Tax of 2009. According to this legislation, a company is considered resident for tax purposes if it is incorporated in Seychelles, or alternatively, if its management and control is located in Seychelles, or if the majority of votes are controlled by shareholders who are residents of Seychelles. International business companies are exempt from corporate income tax in Seychelles, while special licensed companies are taxed. In Singapore, the tax authorities on January 27, 2014, published a document regarding the taxation of virtual currencies. It states that businesses that accept bitcoins are subject to normal taxation. Since the Singapore tax law does not provide for the taxation of capital gains for long-term investments, any capital gains generated by bitcoins will be treated in the same way. Security. To support its ecosystem of financial products, Mantra DAO uses the Rio chain. This is a highly secure and scalable substrate-based blockchain that will connect to the Polkadot network. The Rio chain is a technology system created by Rio DeFi based on blockchain technology and artificial intelligence contracts. The goal is to operate a new financial system with decentralized applications. Mantra DAO provides cross-chain access to other existing DeFi projects. Data protection. For individuals who are in the European Economic Area, United Kingdom or Switzerland at the time of collection of their personal data, the processing of personal data will be governed in accordance with Article 6 of the GDPR. If personal data collected on European territory is transferred outside the EU, it will only be transferred if the European Commission considers that such country provides protection for such data in a manner commensurate with that provided in Europe. When joining a DAO, the member should not only be aware of the technical, but also legal and regulatory risks. It is important that DAOs organize to develop and implement compliance roadmaps to achieve sustainable growth in line with legal and regulatory frameworks. WACEO is establishing a non-profit association to build a trusted environment where compliance-seeking DAOs can interact with competent service providers to support them with the novel legal and regulatory challenges that DAOs face. These light audits will provide a basis for DAOs to begin to clarify the risks that they face and work as a community to solve them. Disclaimer: the information for this audit coverage was sourced from public sources. The audit should not be construed as investment or legal advice. Thank you for listening. This is WACEO, enabling the decentralized future.